Hey guys, what is up? Weird night, guys. Weird night. Let me just check the channel real quick. Um, I'm gonna check my lives because. Okay. What? Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I figured this would happen. Edit. Okay, give me just a second. This kind of really annoying thing happens. If there's an error starting up, okay, I'm gonna go in there and delete this real quick. Lives. Okay, the other one's live. This one is not. I need to delete it. We'll just do private for now. Save. And give me a second. Delete forever. I understand. Delete forever. It's such a stupid thing that happens. So, like, if you don't choose the right JPEG size for the banner of the video that you're trying to start for a live stream on OBS, it'll still send a signal to your channel that you're trying to start a live stream, but it'll cancel starting it because it got sent the wrong size for the JPEG. And then you have to find a new JPEG, put it in there, drop it down, start the whole thing up again. And that one will start up fine because you chose the right size and everything, 1920 by 1080. And then the other one will just stay there, like it'll be a ghost stream forever, like saying like he's about to start the stream, just stay here, it's about to start. I gotta talk to you guys about this crazy stuff that just happened. It's pretty nuts. It doesn't really have anything too much to do with me. Um, my life's good. My life's gone a lot better recently. I was dealing with a lot of stress at work, but things have kind of ironed themselves out. I knew they would. It's just a situation where you have to wait for a schedule change to take place for things to get easier. I'm sure you've all been in the same situation before with your own work. But for me, it was really, it was just really stressful. All right, let me go ahead and just get this live and go into it and check my. Oh my God, the chat's already blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. Okay, good, 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 good. Actually, Dan, I could actually use your help on this one. I need to ask a couple questions. Um, this is kind of a weird one. Where do I even start with this story? Pop out. Okay. Why is my? Let me set this up a little bit better. This is kind of weird how I have it set up. Pull myself down here. So a guy who I'm friends with, he's actually a guy who helped me repair my house after the hurricane hit my house. So we've kind of been friends since then. Um, I hired him as a contractor, but we've just been kind of friends after that. Like, I pretty much always choose him to, repair anything on my house. Number one, because he'll tell you a day, show up, and actually get it done. Um, and surprisingly enough, he won't ask for payment until it's done. So he's the only guy I kind of trust because I almost, didn't quite, but almost got swindled by a sort of sketchy situation when I was having my undercrawl fixed back up after the hurricane. Um, so anyway, we've been friends since then. Once in a while, he'll call me and tell me a crazy story. And recently, he got some glass for my lanai window that it still needs to be fixed. It's not that he was lazy and didn't fix it. It was just I didn't find the day exactly where I could be here to let him into my house to get it all done. But that's coming up now. Um, Hold on. Sorry, I shouldn't have taken such a big bite. Let me get chat up there. So he calls me way earlier in the day, um, and he's like, "Hey, I'll be there at 4:30 tonight to set everything up." And I'm like, "Sure, yeah, that's great, man. I'm already home by then." Let me get window capture on this. Um, and he doesn't show up on that day, and that's really weird for him. And I'm like, "Dude, that's that's weird. Like, he's always really good on time and stuff. Like, he's never been late. He's always finished the work. And then finally, I get another call from him later, and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm so sorry. I'll be there like 7:40 tonight. I really apologize. Um, Today I was sitting in my truck, and he's sitting at a light, and he, he has all his tools with him and everything, and sometimes he works in some really rough areas, and his gun goes off. He's got double safety on the gun. The gun is, hold on, I wrote down what it's called. Where did I write this down? Because I've been trying to help him out a little bit. He's trying to get, it's a GS2 9mm Taurus. All right, so I'm not like a big gun nut. I don't know a ton about guns. He's got a double safety on it, he said, and he said he's just sitting there at the light. He's talking to a client on the phone, and he hears a loud explosion, and he said, at first I thought I got hit, like the back of my truck got hit, because I kind of got my body jolted, and he said I looked down and like blood's just pouring down my leg. Well, his gun had gone off. Just suddenly went off, even with the safety on. Like, nobody touching the trigger, him not brushing up against anything, you know. And, they have to call medics. They have to patch him up. He's there with his brother. They both run a company where they, like, do contract work. They fix a bunch of stuff. They can do, like, anything. These guys are kind of amazing. I've had them fix my lanai, like, rebuild all the walls of parts of my house, put windows in, fix my whole carport, and but they also do like my floor. I don't know who owned the place before me, but they used some kind of finish on my floor that was so wrong that it left this like gray, gross, disgusting film. And I was like, I know you guys aren't like cleaners or anything, but like, do you know anybody I could call to get this like stripped off and like. Well, actually, no, I actually asked them, I said, can you put new tile on my kitchen? And they're like, you don't need new tile. They're like, just get this layer of scum off of it. And I'm like, I've tried everything. I like literally tried scraping it. And this guy is such an honest dude. He was like, don't purchase new tile. Dude, let me just come in here with like an industrial cleaner and I'll make it look brand new. And they did. They like came in there, stripped whatever this like awful wax or whatever someone before me had put on there. And my floor is like brand new. So like, good dudes. And he calls me. He's like, sorry I'm late, dude. I got shot in the leg by my own gun. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I mean, he's like, I'm sitting at the light. The story I just told you, his gun just goes off and shoots him in the leg. So they call 911. They're waiting for EMS to show up. And while they're waiting for that, like a bunch of police, 17 police show up. 17. And a detective, too. And they start like aggressively questioning his brother, like being like, why did you shoot your brother and everything. He's like, his brother is almost about to faint because he's watching blood pour down his other brother's leg, and like he said he was like in and out of consciousness, and he's like, wait, what are you talking about? Like he said, like I was sweating like so bad that like I had to take my shirt off, and like one of the EMS people brought me water, and he said like I was just trying really hard not to faint because I was kind of like going into shock having seen my own brother like bleed out so bad. And I'm like, why are they questioning you about it? He's like, I don't know. He's like, like even the holster like had a hole through it. It was still buttoned shut with the gun still in it, and there's even like a hole then through his pants and like through his leg. And so, like, finally, like, the cops let him go. They're like, all right, fine, I guess you didn't shoot your own brother. Like, they've already closed the case, and it's been written up as an accident. But they, like, aggressively went after this guy. Like, so they're like, in a mess right now. So he can't do any of his work, his, like, contract work, because, he's already on crutches. He's moving around with crutches, and he's like, the only thing I can do is, like, stuff I can stand perfectly still to do. He's like, I'm like really depressed because I can't, go take care of the stuff I want to. And he said, I looked this up, and apparently this is like a flaw that's been in Taurus guns for like a while. He said, like, I didn't research it before I bought it. I should have. But apparently it is a thing called Hold on, I wrote this down because I wanted to ask. Some of you guys know like a lot about guns and stuff. Um, a ghost fire, a ghost fire. Um, so it's a ghost fire, and so he looked into this, and people have sued Taurus over this in the past and won a ton of money. I think he said like the last settlement for this, and I looked it up, it was like 14 million or something because this is like a legacy problem in their manufacturing. And so that's what he wants to pursue. He wants to pursue suing Taurus for a defective weapon. But when he said, they finally, settled out with the cops were like, okay, I guess it is an accident since, like the trajectory and everything else just proves like there's no way even anybody like pulled it out, you know, aimed it towards your holster and shot a hole through your holster and then buttoned it back up and put it in there. They're like, okay, we have closed it out as an accident. So nobody's criminally responsible, and they're like, yeah, of course. Like, what the hell? Like, and they even let them, like, they were like really aggressive. They're like, we need to search your whole vehicle, and they're like, yeah, go ahead. Like, what? That doesn't have anything to do with the case. You're welcome to do it. There's like a bunch of construction stuff in there, and they found nothing. Like, and if you're wondering why is he carrying a gun around when he, um, just does construction? Well, one of to this day, one of the things that scares the crap out of him is he's been called to sites before where like they've left the gates unlocked and said come in and work on it, work on this area. And one of the places he went to one time, he was attacked by over 15 dogs, and he was like mauled pretty viciously, and the only reason they stopped is because a nearby neighbor who heard him being attacked showed up with a gun and like kind of shot at the feet of the dogs, and they scattered. And ever since then, he's kind of been like, I better have something on me that can make like dogs run away from me. He said, like, I've never had to like worry about a person attacking me. He's like, of course I've had construction stuff stolen and things. And he said, but ever since that day, like I wanted to be protected. Um, and he's like a big tough guy, but he said like, and he's like, I love dogs, but like, he's like, Scott, honestly, like I feel like that day gave me like PTSD, and he's like, ever since then, like that's why I've carried it. Um, so he's not some kind of like wild, reckless, gotta always carry my guns around with me like type of guy. Like I never knew he carried a gun even before. Like he's never talked about it. Um, it's not like a big part of his life or anything like that. It's just kind of for like an on-the-job safety reason. And he said like, and I've had people like approach and try to steal stuff from my truck and things, and he's like, you gotta, you know, I get it, times are hard, but he's like, I only make so much money. Um, so now, after they finally said, okay, look, it's an accident. Sorry, we went so crazy about calling your brother a criminal and stuff, and like they don't have any kind of like criminal background or anything like that. Like again, they looked into these guys, and they're like, okay, well, I guess because you have no priors, maybe it is unlikely. And they're like, yeah, he's like, it's my brother. Like, I love my brother. I just don't want to see him die. Like, they wouldn't even let him like go into like the hospital room where he was getting like worked on and stuff. They just kept like aggressively questioning him. And he's like, "Can I just go see my brother?" I felt really bad, like his brother's a lot younger than him. Like, he's 28, but his brother's only like 23. And you could tell, like, even when he talked about it with me, you could tell, like, it really scared him. Like, he, like, didn't know what was going on. Like, he thought he was going to go to jail just because his brother's gun had gone off. Um, and so now they asked the police to go get the footage for them. They're like, we need the footage because there was a Walgreens filming their car and another shop. I forget what the name of the other shop was across the street. And he said, you can see in the video, like, I'm talking on the phone with one hand and I'm holding the wheel with the other. And even he was talking to a customer at the time, and the customer thought he had gotten into a car accident. And they've even said, like, they'll testify if he tries to sue tourists that they were on the phone with him. Because this guy's got like a lot of loyal customers. Like I said, he's a great dude. Like he's a great contractor. And so he said like, okay, it's fine. Like don't worry about harassing my brother and stuff. But he's like, can you just get me the video so I can use it to like press charges? Not press charges. Pursue a lawsuit against tourists because he said, like this is like kind of crazy that this happened. And the cops just refuse. They're like, that's not our problem, dude. That's between you and a lawyer. Like, go get a lawyer. And he's like, you can't just say, like he said, like he's getting pushed into the back of the ambulance. And he's like, you can't just walk in there right now and request the footage. Like, I'd really like to be able to, prove my case and stuff like that. And his brother asked too later. He like called the same detective again. And he's like, look, I already tell you, it's not my problem. Get out of my business. You're just lucky we didn't put you in jail. And he's like, in jail for what? You labeled it as an accident. Like, so the cops have been like massive jerks. Why did they need 17 cops? I don't know, but it just seems like, and they're like really pro cop. Like these are like very right wing, like, blue line. Like they've got, the little flag on the back with the blue line on it, and the blue line matters and stuff like that. These guys are like really pro cop. These are like really like born again Christian, they're like MAGA dudes, right? So they're like really shocked they're getting treated like this, but they just said like, look, that's cops' jobs. They gotta protect, the innocent, and sometimes they don't know who's innocent. They said we understand that, but couldn't they at least got the footage for me? So they asked me, they're like, Scott, what can we do? Like, how can we get this footage? Have you ever? I was like, I've never tried to request footage from a store or anything like that. And I said, we looked into it, and it's like, we have to, like, hire a lawyer to subpoena. And they're like, we just paid all these medical bills. We don't have money to do that. So I started to look it up myself, like, cases where people have had to do this. And apparently, like, you can just, like, call and request it as a civilian. But almost always you'll get the retort of, like, corporate policy says we don't release this, or due to privacy issues, we won't release this. It was a Walgreens across the street. If you don't have Walgreens in your area, it's just like a pharmacy. But when they did call, they said, okay, we did keep the footage. We put it aside because the police were there at that time. And they were like, if you can just send in someone of authority, which they're like, what does that mean? Does that mean like we have to send a cop in? And I was like, I think it means you got to send a lawyer in. So I looked it up online. And again, these are two guys who've like never dealt with the law at all. So they're like, and yes, as a civilian, you can call in and be like, hey, I really need that footage. And you'll get those kind of rebuttals like, no, our corporate policy says we don't release that. Or our privacy policy says we don't like allow customers to be filmed and stuff. It's not filming inside the store. It's filming onto the area his truck was on. And so like they'd be like, here's the truck, and he said there was two different stores that had cameras on it. One was from the front where he said like they've also said they held the tape, but the Walgreens one was like straight from this way, where this would be like the driver's side. And so it actually films him with both of his hands up on the one hand up here talking, the other hand on the phone, and his brother there looking out the other side of the window, like just messing with his phone, when suddenly there's like a burst of light, and like, them looking around shocked, and then him suddenly limping out of the car. The other thing I looked up that he can do as a civilian is send in a formal letter request, which you can even look up online how to get like a formatted letter that just has you enter in the time and the date of when you want it and stuff like that. So I've thought about doing that to help them out. The last thing they said like if they refuse you by call, if they refuse you by letter, then your last resort has to be like you go to a attorney and ask for a subpoena. So I guess that's where I'm at right now. Like what would you guys suggest? Like Have you ever heard of anything like this happen before where someone's dealt with this? And like, do you really think it's a viable option to be able to sue the company? This apparently has happened before. This is kind of like a legacy flaw in Taurus, which I did not know is a Brazilian company. I did not know that. I thought almost every gun type thing was made in America. Um, but I know, like, I have viewers on here who know like a ton more about guns than I'll ever know. I've only ever shot like a 22 and a 9mm in my whole life, so I'm not like really a gun type of guy. Um, so yeah, he needs a lawyer, that's for sure. Um, right now he's like really scared to get a lawyer because of how much they cost. He's like, I don't have the money. Like, I've just got hit with like a ton of medical bills. He's like, isn't there just like, don't you think I could just get the footage? And then like, he already called Taurus and like, they have kind of been back and forth about talking about a settlement already. So it sounds like they're kind of already like, they're like, oh well, we'll send this person to talk to you. There's something, I forget what the department is. They sent me a bunch of information. I have like a whole Google Drive of everything they've already done, medical documents, everything that went down. I don't know how much of that I want to read online because while I'm asking your advice at the same time, I don't want to dox, anybody. But I do agree. I said you should really get a lawyer, and like that was his first. He was like, "Can I just?" And like I get it. Like he's 28, his brother's 23. He's got a family of 4 kids and a wife. He supports all of them. He also supports his brother, and he also employs his own father too with this company. He moved to Florida, I want to say 2 years ago, almost, maybe a little bit longer, and he's done well for himself. Like he gets like especially I guess he got really lucky. He moved here, and then Milton hit, so he got like a ton of business right away. But he's pretty much spent all of that in establishing, getting a house for himself, supporting his wife and kids. He's very trad, style, so you can imagine how all that goes. Um, but like he's a really salt of the earth good dude who's just kind of like really lost, and I feel bad for the dude. At the same time, I do want to just say, we just gotta get a lawyer. Um, it's not like the movies though. Lawyers don't work pro bono. I get it. Let me just, sorry guys, I'm gonna catch up with all the chat real quick because I'm sure you guys have already said like a bunch of stuff. Okay. Florida is like Texas. Is normal for many to be holding. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but it's open carry in Florida now. Like that's completely legal. Like you could walk around with an AR-15 if you wanted to. Um, Absolutely agree, Dan. I bought and it was a sweet revolver, but otherwise it's a no-go from me, LOL. What did you say, Dan? I want to see what you said, because I know you actually know like a ton. I wouldn't sue, probably won't win. He should take the settlement Taurus will offer him. Well, they haven't offered him anything yet, but they've gone up the ladder of, God damn, what was the department called? There was like a department, not customer complaints, it was higher than that. Hold on. Dang, I got it. I gotta find where he put me on this one. Wait, maybe it's in his text message. Hold on. Oh. Oh. Service Escalation Advocacy. That's the department. So I guess that's like a step above. A step above, like uh, Customer complaints? I don't know, man. So it says, "This is Tammy with Taurus USA. Thank you for speaking with me and giving me information regarding your experience with your firearm. Please send me the following documents: police report, documentation from hospital, videos or photos you have." So like they're already kind of wonderful evening, please be safe. They're already like looking into it like from that angle. I just wonder, do you think he would get a settlement? He has to sue in order to get a settlement. Okay. I mean, I've never like pursued anything like this before. A personal injury lawyer would do it without pay. Well, there's actually, I looked it up, and I even suggested it to him. There is a lawyer in Bradenton, around the area I live. I live Palmetto, but he's literally a lawyer for faulty firearms. Like that's his specialty. And I was like, dude, oh yeah, here, wait, hold on. I'm sure this lawyer's not gonna be mad if I advertise his name and everything. Let me see where it's at. Best lawyer, faulty firearms cases. It says he specifically experienced in handling defective firearm cases. W. Lee Clark and Associates. Um, I don't know. I told him, I said, like, hey, you should just call a lawyer. And he was like, don't you think I can just get the footage and do this? And I was like, I'm not totally sure. Um, shoot, I can't do both. But hold on, I'm gonna go through and read each thing everybody's saying. I just wanna take in all the stuff, cause I mean I appreciate you guys. Like I can just come on here with a problem, you guys are just come right out and help, man. I really do appreciate it. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by your community guidelines. All right. Wait, what's happening in the JVlog community? Oh, you thought I was gonna come out with drama about the JVlog community? Apparently, there's still a crazy fight between Abroad in Japan and Oriental Pearl. I heard. Here's two things I heard about that after I made that video. Apparently, Oriental Pearl photoshopped a lot of the graffiti you see in that video, which I was like hesitant to believe, but apparently Abroad in Japan went back out to the same area and filmed them both, and like he's like, here's where she filmed, and he put like side by side. But apparently Abroad in Japan, and like I don't have proof of this one either, okay, like the part where Oriental Pearl's walking around the homeless area and like laughing at them, apparently he added that laugh in. Like she wasn't actually laughing at them. You can't fully see her face when the laughing is happening where she's like, oh my god, people live like this. Ha 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 ha. But apparently like he added that in. So I don't know. Anyway, it's just really shocking to hear it happen to this guy. Like this guy's not like a crazy dude. He's just kind of like a salt of the earth type, like work from early morning till late. Like he tried to come in here, like I still have that window to be installed. He's like, sorry, it's like 7:40. I'll come in there and install it. And it's like him and his brother helping him limp around. I'm like, bud, just come back tomorrow when there's light. Like it's already super dark at 7:40. I'm like, just come. He's like, you sure? He's like, I'm already like one day late. I'm like, buddy, you got shot in the leg. Fucking take a break, dude. Like, poor guy, man. Mm. John Manbob, there's been like more lawsuits recently with firearms people, really? All right, let's check this out. Let's go search this right now. Um, hold on, let me move the microphone up here. Taurus lawsuit for a faulty firearms. Oh, in Florida. Wow, that came up predictive text immediately. Holy cow. Well, right away, Florida comes up first. Yes, there have been multiple lawsuits in Florida and across the U.S. against tourists for faulty firearms, with a major class action settlement in 2016 for $239 million settlement related to a design defect that could cause a pistol to discharge when dropped. More recently, new lawsuits have been filed alleging the GX4 firing after being dropped. A nationwide class action lawsuit, Carter versus Taurus International, was filed in Florida. The suit claimed Taurus pistol had a design defect that could cause them to fire unintentionally when dropped. The case settled for $239 million. Current 2023, an ongoing lawsuit. Oh, this is the one I want to read about, the newest one. What's the GX4? Is that... Let me see what that is. GX4. It's also a 9mm. And it's all about concealed carry. Interesting. All right, and this one was called the GS2. Ghostfire, that's what he called it. Ghostfire. Is it Ghostfire or Ghost Trigger? Whichever one it is, it's my new rap name. I am Ghostfire. All right. It says, I'm looking at here for reviews, and it says, yes, the Taurus G2S. Sorry, I said GS2, didn't I? Wait, no. Oh, maybe I typed it in wrong, and it's correcting me. Okay, never mind. Sorry. The Taurus G2S is generally considered good, especially for the budget-conscious buyers seeking reliable and affordable concealed carry option. Some users note potential issues like slide bite and a long, gritty trigger pull. I don't know. Oh, I've heard about that one, Osaka Shogun. Been trying to work out, but have like a sprain-friendly exercise to tone up my muscles and help my sprains. I hope that comes out okay. It is always good to strengthen your core of whatever area of muscles that you tend to get problems with. I always try to keep my back strong because when I was, younger, there was times where I like would pull a muscle in my back and I'd be out for like a week. It felt like. So I try to do a lot of back strengthening exercises to keep my back and my core and my abs and upper body as strong as possible. I tell them to get to work. Unacceptable. What? You talking? Tell them get to work. Unacceptable. Well, he called me, like he's kind of like, like I told you, like he's salt of the earth. He's a good dude, and he said, I don't know, like maybe I should do something new. I feel like maybe God's trying to tell me something with this. That's why he shot me in the leg. I'm like, you saying God shot you in the leg? And he's like, well, no one was there to pull the trigger. I don't know. You're saying God sent you a message by shooting you in the leg? And he's like, maybe, I don't know. I was just like, oh, goddamn, dude. Oh, poor guy. Well, there I am laughing. I mean, he could have died from that. If you hit that artery, that main artery that's like in your leg, dude, you could bleed out so fast, you'd be gone. Oh, man. I don't know. That's just... He just seems like really lost and confused. I'm a 50-year-old Japanese man in a midlife crisis. Oh. Yeah, what happened? Pretentious Fly. Like, what happened with that guy? I'm actually kind of interested. He, like, did something where he changed up his whole video, didn't he? Like, where he, like, doesn't talk anymore and he just, like, kind of shoots videos of himself walking around. Dan, I just read your comment. Yeah, God's telling you don't use a Taurus. Oh man, I missed you guys. It's only been 1 week away, but dude, I missed you guys. I'm doing great now. If you can't tell. God, work was stressful. The last 2 weeks of work were like so insanely stressful. I was like, when like life is so stressful, um, you catch yourself through multiple times of the day being like, it was like that. Like it was like that, like hour by hour. That's like the kind of stress I was under. Like, ugh. But that's why, like, when I came home, like last Friday night, like I was so just burnt to a crisp. Like, I told my son, I said, let's just go trick or treat, or whatever you want to do. You want to go out and shoot soccer or hang out? And he was like, yeah, I definitely want to. And then I looked over, and like 5 minutes later, he was like asleep on the couch. So I was like, okay. So should I try to wake him? I would try to wake him up to go trick or treat. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you don't want to trick or treat? And he's like, go to bed. I'm like, all right. I walked him to bed, and he went to sleep. I told him later, and he was like, I don't remember that. But no, after this week, things are all resolved at work. I am far more stress-free. Life was good. Life is good this week, man, for me, dude. Um, have any of you ever called a place and just tried to ask to get footage? I guess that's all I'd would ask for advice for. Like, I guess if I could do that for them, I mean, what's the worst that happens? A place says no, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I just call them back and say, hey, sorry, they said no. I can write the letter too. Like, I actually talked to like one lawyer friend, but the thing is, he didn't have any advice because he's a construction lawyer. Like, that's all he does is construction contracts. He's like, hey, can you chill out? Why are you tearing my carpet up? What are you doing? Why are you tearing my carpet up? Hey, have you ever had like where your cat like stops using their own litter box? I mean, even after you've cleaned it like really good, like he stopped using the area that I had his litter box in. Like he won't use it there anymore. I had to go get another. I haven't bought an entire another litter box yet, but I turned a shoe box into a temporary litter box to make sure I don't end up with any poo on my carpet. But he just stopped using the one he's had forever, and I don't know why. Um, he'll pee in it, but he won't poo in it. Now he'll go to where my bathroom is, and I put a shoebox there with cat litter in it, and he'll only poo there now. Is it because he like think he human? You know you're not human, right? You is still cat. You know? You is still cat. And you chunks too. Why don't you come up here, you silly boy? Have you ever had a cat do that? Like just stop. I've never had a cat like stop using a litter box in one area. And I like, dude, at first I thought like maybe I've, left like, how like clumpy stuff can get collected near the bottom. Like I always clean it out regularly daily. But I thought like maybe like, there's older litter at the bottom. So I poured the whole thing out, took it outside, washed it down, cleaned it out, scrubbed it, wait for it to dry, put all fresh new litter on it, put it back there, still won't use it. Um, I've got, what is, he's got, wait, he lost his job? What? How did that happen? How did he lose his job? Did he lose his job from making YouTube videos? 2 boxes per cat? Wait, is that true? Sorry, I'm like issuing multiple questions and getting multiple answers at the same time. So I'm having like three different conversations with myself here. Um, God gives us trials. He does indeed. I was through 2 weeks of his trials. Maybe the cat senses some nasty E fields or something. Um, I was kind of considering that. Okay, so to better explain the area, I keep it right next to the back door, and my trash is in the back door. And I always, the nice thing about having the cat litter there is I can literally just like sweep the litter right out the door, and like it's pretty much right next to the trash. Then, like I do a normal clean out where you just take like a plastic bag, dump everything in, and throw that out. But you have like the little bit of pieces of litter, like where a cat's scratching and little pieces fly everywhere. So I always sweep those out with a broom. It's real easy. One problem we do kind of have in my neighborhood, it's just because I live in the countryside, is even though now I have brand new trash cans that have lids on them, sometimes the animals will climb in there and try to eat stuff. So, I mean, the thing he might sense, like we've had giant raccoons show up there, giant possums. Possums are sweet. They're just sweet little babies. The raccoons are kind of nasty though. They're kind of angry and really aggressive. But the possums are just like, "Hey, I'm sleeping." And then you can put food in there and a ladder, and they'll be like, "Okay, thanks." And then they'll climb out and be on their merry way. They're real sweet. They're cute. I even saw a baby one there one time. He was so cute. He was a tiny baby. Oh, he was crawling around on the handle of my door there, and he jump in the trash can. So cute. So I was thinking like maybe he smells other animals like out the door, and so he's afraid to like, cause he's like, I know like cats are worried about being protective while they do their business, and that's why they always do the thing where they're like looking back and forth, and then they finish it like cover it all up and then sprint across your house. So maybe I was thinking like maybe that's the situation. I don't know. You're always barefoot, so you know about cat litter. Yeah. I sweep it every day. I come by there and bring my sweeper and just like, brush it out the door. The 50-year-old guy seems cool, but he is so depressed. You should collab with him next time you're in Japan. Is he in Osaka? I'd do it. I'd collab with him. I do feel bad for him. I agree with you. He feels like the most depressing one was where like he had to go hide in his closet and eat Doritos and Pepsi and record his video because his wife would get mad at him for like doing that out in his living room or like his all like a room in his house. And it's like, bro, what? My wife, she never wanted to be on the videos, but she was always really supportive. Like she'd be like, yeah, make those videos. Like when I wouldn't make them for a long time, my wife would always be like, hey, are you okay? Like what's going on? Like why don't you make the videos anymore? And the I mean, she's half the reason my whole channel's continued for so long. She's always been really supportive. So I feel awful for a guy just simply pursuing a hobby. Kind of get a sort of cathartic feel from talking about his life in another language, especially like kind of the stuff he talks about, which is like, sort of the depressive, um, workaholic attitudes of a lot of the Japanese people he works with. I don't know. Let me turn these lights off. Hey, computer, turn off living room. There we go. It's a little bit too bright. Feeling better now. Um, Placement of litter box can matter as well sometimes. Okay. I gave a raccoon a pack of crackers one time, and it took it right out of my hand. That's cute. Oh, look, I caught a live. Hey, Scott. Oh, Udatsu. I haven't seen you in a while, dude. I gotta go check out your channel and see what kind of new family stuff you're putting up there. I have to hide from my kids if I have snacks. Cute. Uh, yeah, dude, my kids definitely when they were little, like not so much anymore because like their preference for snacks is so different now. But when they were little, like if I'd even like, if I'd eat any snack, they'd be like, mine, mine, mine. Well, okay, all right, mine. I can have. You should do walk and talks like Japan, but go in more interesting places in Florida. uh, mm, like in Japan, I could do it because like the neighborhood's really confusing. Like you would never be able to find my place in Japan just by watching me walk around my neighborhood because even if you could find the building, there's no way. The building's so big and has so many different places in it, and they're all different sizes and different types. It'd be hard to find, especially just like in the area I'm in is like it's like a maze in Osaka. Here in Florida, it's like here's a neighborhood, 10 miles of grass. Here's another neighborhood, so you'd like be able to find where I am really quick. Especially if I just started to show the houses around my area, it'd be probably, what do I do? Oh, weird. They people would probably find me pretty quick. Which I don't mind running into viewers, but I don't want to like invite viewers to come out to my house. That would be a little bit weird. You should delete your channel. That's a good idea, Dan. I have to hide from my dogs if I have snacks. Some of the snacks I eat, my cat goes crazy. Recently, and I don't know why, I haven't been giving him any because I don't think it would be good. If I eat, what the hell do you call it? Pork? It's pork. But it's the kind of pork you like dip stuff into. It's not ground pork. It's kind of like Spam, but it's like a dip version of Spam. Recently, when I open up the cans of those, I think you know what I think it is. I just realized this. It's when I open the can, he comes running. It's the same type of can that his Temptations, isn't that what it's called? I opened the can for those, and it's the same sound. Maybe that's why he thinks I'm opening up Temptations. He made a video talking about not having any fun time with his wife, that would make a man depressed. Oh, man. That's horrible. By the way, Ejargs, are you new to the channel? I mean, not new to the channel, but like new to the live streams? Welcome, Ejargs. My husband might have something on his channel. Usually cooking, though. That's cool. My cat loves Chudu. Oh, yeah, dude. Recently, Chudu in America came out with, like, stew packs, like little packs of stew. And holy cow, man. My cat going nuts for those recently. He'll beat me up if I don't give him one of those. He'll start to, like, I'll come home and he'll start punching me, like, Neko punch, Neko punch, Neko punch, Neko punch, Neko punch, as I'm trying to, like, walk around the kitchen. Like, I'll be like, Dad, hey, and Neko punch, Neko punch. And I'll be like, what? And then he'll walk to, like, his drawer where he knows his delectables, Temptations, and Chudu are. And he'll be like, yeah, this, please. So I'll give him one pack. I'll be like, all right, we'll mix it with your food, and you can eat it with your food. And then, like, it'll be, like, maybe a minute, and he'll be back like, hey, Neko punch, Neko punch, Neko punch. You need to open another pack, please. Thank you. I won't give him 2 packs in one day. That's, like, too much, man. Stew packs. I will check. Dude, they're crazy. Like, holy cow. It's like, it's not the same as, like, the stuff you push out, like, where it's, like, that pink weird stuff. It looks kind of like the stews that you would open up, like, with a can. And my cat, like, never really liked those. He'd be like, what the hell is this? He'd, like, lick the grease off the top and then just, like, leave the chunky stew stuff to just get hard. So I'm like, what a waste of my money, man. Why am I buying this for you? But then I got this new version that the Chudu has where they're, like, these, like, little plastic packs. And he devours it. He's just like, oh, yeah, he's the best. But then he'll come back up and yell at me again. Dad, Neko Chudu. Dad, stew, please. Blue buffalo is supposed to be the healthiest treat for your cat. $2 towards a new non-lazy animal. Oh, my God. Dan, you're hilarious, dude. Why this guy who hates his channel so much donate $2? Bro, if you hate it, go watch another channel. What the fuck? And she did like those chudus too. Yeah, dude, cats love chudu. That's why it's chudu. Neko chudu means neko kiss. Your cat doesn't do snacks? Wow, it must be a really Japanese cat. Oh, my cat in Japan, man, he loves snacks. He eat everything. My cat in Japan, like, if too much food comes out, like we've got the button thing that you can either release it by your phone or release it by pressing a button. If too much comes out, like someone holds the button too long and two servings come out, he'll like go nuts and like try to eat it as fast as he can so that he can get double the food. But then he'll just give us double the puke after. Uh, all right, how about this, guys? I'll contact what's his name again now? He changed the name. It's like Ask a Japanese or something. All right, hold on. What's his name? I'll go find it right now. I'm a 50-year-old Japanese man on midlife crisis. Ask Japan guy. Okay, Ask Japan guy. Let's go there right now. All right. Okay, give me a second here. Okay. Ask. Oh wait, here I'll. Well, now I'll just tell you what I write. Ask Japan guy. What's he up to recently? 9 hours ago. No, that's not Ask a Japan guy. Oh, here he is. I'm back, but my. Oh wow, he's in bad shape. Oh my gosh. Oh, poor guy. Okay. You know what? You guys are gonna be part of the video. I'm making my video right now. Okay, I'm making my video for tomorrow right now. This looks rough. How long ago did he do this one? 3 days ago. Oh my god. All right, let's check up on him. Give me just a second here, guys. Can you? You can. You can start to record even as you're streaming. Okay. Give me just a second. Hey, Maki, can you keep it down just for like a few minutes? I want to just watch this video and record. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's take a look at this. We're going to bring him up. He's called Ask a Japan guy, but his stuff used to be, I'm a 50-year-old Japanese man in a midlife crisis. That's how I remember him. I remember I started watching his stuff because I felt like, man, I went through all this in Japan. This feels about right. Properties. Let me just make sure I got the right thing up. Okay, here we are. This is looking rough, dude. I feel really bad for him. All right, let's shrink it down a little bit. All right, and let's get reaction from you guys as I do this. And yeah, please know that you're gonna be in the video as I do this, so you know, maybe don't get too crazy with the stuff that you type. All right, let me shrink my own stupid name down so that's not taking up a ton of room. And let's shrink myself down too. I'm not so important. All right. Here we go. I think I got it all set up right. Wait. Hold on. Dang it. Why does it gotta be over there? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Oh, I hate the way YouTube has their stuff set up. It is so stupid. Give me just a second. They can't just incorporate it. What's wrong, you sweet baby? Oh, no. Oh, come say hi. Be like, meow, meow. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Is that what you think? That's what you think about this? Mwah. Sweet boy. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Okay, let's put him over here. All right. Well, if you want to come back up here, come back up here. You're fine. I was just giving you big smoochies. All right. All right, we're still recording this whole time, Scott. Great job. Oh, and hey guys, when I finish this video, tell me, Scott, stop recording. All right? Otherwise, I'll just record until my entire hard drive fills up, and then the next day I'll wake up and be like, why does it say critical problem with hard drive? That's so weird. Okay, guys, this is Ask a Japan Guy. I've been watching him for a long time. It used to be like I'm a 50-year-old man who is fed up with life in Japan. Uh-oh. How did I just do that? Great, now I gotta set this all back up again. Awesome. Okay, let's start from the top. This is Ask a Japan Guy. He's back to filming videos. He was away for a while. He was originally a 50-year-old man in Japan who's in a midlife crisis. And then he talked quite a bit about just like some of his struggles and things like that. He disappeared kind of for a while, and if I'm wrong, correct me, but I believe he then started to make videos for a while where it was just him doing stuff, but he didn't talk on video. But now he is back. Now he is talking, and he's got a pretty big life update. This was just 3 days ago, so let's see what's going on. Dang, it's heavy.
Hi, I'm a 51 years old Japanese middleman having I don't know how to say midlife crisis again. So it's been a long time since I showed the last time I showed my face, showed off my face. I don't remember exactly when it was. So maybe 1 year ago. So the reason why I had to delete all my older videos, and now some of you may have realized that I put into my older videos into my membership. So I have started my membership. So I'm going to tell you why. So anyway, so I had so many things happening on me for the past 1 year, and then the reason why I'm back, and I have started again this channel, very active, is that
Hey, Maki, can you guys keep it down just a little bit, dude? I don't know. Can you guys hear it a bunch with people talking in the background? Hey guys, can you just keep it down? Like I'm just trying to record a little bit here, okay?
I have a big change in my life. So I can't tell you the detail. So if you want to know more about what has been happening on me, please become the membership. Sorry, I had to do this. I wanted to show, and I wanted to reveal all of my older videos and the new videos, some of the new videos for free. However, I have to make some money, so that's why I had to start my membership, and I had to put my older videos into my membership. So that's the
You don't hear too much from the background, but you thought it was his wife yelling at him? Oh boy. It's fine. Okay, good. All right. Thank you guys. Let's continue.
first thing that I want to share is today. So, and yeah, I'm back, and so from now on, I don't know how often I can make my videos, but since from now on I want to focus on the three main topics, three main categories for this channel for the my restart. So first one is more documentary or journalist. So
I am hearing some kind of weird background noise in his video. That's like there is like yelling or screaming, but I think it's like children playing. So that's actually not coming from my microphone or anything like that. That's actually from his end. All right, just making sure. Um, it's a hard sell, man. Not sure about that. Not like a lot. Not sure about what.
want to make this channel more serious rather than like I think in the past I made a fun and I was trying to make this channel more you know and enjoyable.
Okay, so his family's in the back in the next room over. And I know he's got little kids, so if you are hearing little kids like play and stuff like that, just a heads up, it's not my microphone. I thought at first I kind of thought it was. I was like, "Wait, that sounds like babies almost." I know he's got really young kids, and that's probably why you're seeing him so upset. Um, I think he's the main breadwinner. How do you guys? I do want to know, like in the comments, how do you guys feel that he's made everything, like from when he started till now, membership only? Uh, I did not know that. I guess I'm glad I got to watch quite a bit before he did that. Making it all membership? I get it. Like he's got to make money. He lost his job. Let me just hear your opinion on making everything membership, like from the beginning till now membership.
And to watch very happily. But I want to maybe it will be boring for you if you want to watch my funny face and my joking my
Okay, King Cat, good. Okay, I'm just making sure because King Cat, I kind of I kind of agree with you on this. He says he starts the video crying, then says, "Join my membership." Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe he's gonna tell us something in this video where we're like, "Oh shoot, yeah, that's a rough situation. I see why you need it all." His channel will tank. Yeah, you're probably right.
joke around everything. But I want to make more serious. So if you don't think so, I have to apologize. However, I want to make this channel more serious documentary or journalist. And the second part of the second category that I'm going to have is focus on the like a vlog. I think there won't be any big difference between my new vlog videos and my older vlog videos. And I'm going to have the free talk. I think I have to put L here. Free talks. So I'm going to talk about more about my life, the social program, Japan for Japanese people. So these three categories are the ones that I'm going to focus on for my restart. So and back to the membership. So I had to do, and sorry, I had to do this. I had to do this. So like explained, I have to make some extra money from my channel. So that's why I decided to start the membership. So with the membership, you can access my older videos, and I will make several behind the scene videos for my free to watch videos, and I'm going to have like videos talking more casual, having the more casual talks. I cannot promise at this moment how often I can make the videos for membership. So, but I will do my best, and also I cannot promise you that how often I can make new videos for free to watch, but I would do my best. So because my like explained.
I would say if you do primarily feel like you need to actually make money um, off of that as like an actual supplement or income, I would imagine you would need to give like a scheduled service. Um, but I'm just kind of confused. Like casual talk and free talk. I mean, isn't this the same thing? I just don't understand why you would take the original videos that kind of like introduced your channel and gave people an idea of who you are. I just don't feel like that's a good idea to turn into membership suddenly, because those are the videos that would keep people into being like, am I interested in this person? Like the original videos that took off that have the most views too. And I don't know, that might actually mess up your view count, like for the algorithm. Like I know, like, okay, so let's say you make a video that's like 1 million views, right? And your channel blows up, it gets huge, like you're super popular now. You start to get a bunch of subscribers. If you unlist or private that video, your channel will tank because it suddenly takes all those views off the algorithm and says, no, 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 this isn't a 1 million view channel. This is a channel that only has like 50,000 views on its newest video, so it's not nearly as important. So he's kind of shooting himself in the foot by doing that if like he's hoping to make money off of that. I just feel like also that's kind of just that's your key, that's your tag, that's your draw in, that's your lure for your channel is like your very first videos. When people get really interested in your channel, they may want to go back and see like, hey, how did this all start and stuff. Like even channels where I've watched for like a very long time, you know, picked up midway through the life of the channel, if I really like it, I want to go back and watch like the introduction. I want to go back and see like how did this guy get started? And if you make those membership, I mean that's kind of weird because that's like your worst quality stuff. When you very first start, sorry, but that's like everybody. That's your worst quality stuff. You only get better from when you start. So why would you make your worst quality stuff paid for, not have a schedule for it, and then also have some of it be exactly the same? Like I said, more casual talk and free talk. How is that different? Um, I don't know. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you feel like there's a better situation that he could have done, or that he's right in the way that he's doing this, let me know.
And I had a big change of my for my life.
Okay, tell us.
So I need to spend more time with my family. So that's the first thing. So, and I want to talk about my new business. Not the new business. Actually, I was trying to make it happen, but I couldn't keep up with my business previously. But I would like to start again. I'm going to talk about my business later. And also, some of you may have realized that I have several other YouTube channels. So, but the second largest channel, other than this channel, is that. So, is the channel name currently is Retro Games. So some of you may have been realized, and I have had so many comments that, oh, you have other channels. I just realized. So I'm going to put the link that you can go to my other channels into this comment box, into the description box of this video. So if you are interested in my other channels, please click to the link to the other channels. So, and I'm thinking that I'm going to change my second largest channel from like the name of the Retro Games, focusing on, the content wide is like the not exactly, but very similar. So like I showed you how the video playing, and I showed you my shopping like a vlog, and I showed you.
Wait, so what? Okay, so your free videos are going to be free talk, which is like casual talk, vlogging, but also another channel with vlogging and documentary. Like, do you mean like you're actually going to make like for real documentary like films, or like you're going to document in the same way that a J-vlog does or a vlogger does? Like, I'm kind of confused, and I'm still. Does he tell us like what happened? That he's like crying at the beginning of the video?
like uh, and the scene that I was eating.
Aaron says, "No offense, but there are a lot of channels out there that seem less complicated that I can watch." Yeah, this the more he talks, the more confused I'm getting. I think he's out of touch. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, some of us who've been around for a long while, I feel like even I'm out of touch too. Like, I don't know what anybody wants to see anymore. I just do what I want to do. That's it. And I mean, if that's what he's doing, it's okay. But then I just wouldn't make it a dependable source of income. That's just like my personal advice. Like, you should not depend on YouTube for money. That shouldn't, it really, that should be your last goal. Like, when you're a creator like us, where we started with passion, like we just wanted to share a passion, and wow, it started to make some money. That's crazy. But we've always had our main job, and this has always kind of been like a side hobby. You should continue to pursue the passion, and the creativity will come with that. The good videos will come with that. Like, every once in a while you'll hit like a 500K video that gets that kind of views. But to focus on it as a source of income, when that was never the creation or the purpose of it. Um, I mean, unless your stuff started to go viral, I would say that's not a great idea. Like, there's some people who, like, this was never their intention to become super famous, but they made one video and their channel blew up, and now they can make a decent earnings off of it. I can totally understand why you convert that to, a profitable channel, and do have your membership videos. But even those channels too, they tend to make almost like 100% of their footage and everything free. Like, mostly the membership videos tend to be like one a week, but then, like, two free videos all through the week. I mean, you're better off monetizing your channel and getting sponsors to make money rather than try to make a membership. You know what? After he finishes this, let's see how much his membership is. Maybe it's crazy. Excuse me, I'm getting the burps here. Maybe it's crazy cheap, and, like, it's only like cents to the dollar. We'll see. We'll see.
Like a junk food from the convenience store and from the 7-Eleven Japan or something like that. But I'm going to change this content, the content of the channel, another channel, to more like the channel you can learn Japanese language. So
Okay.
I'm going to teach you the more casual or more easy to understand Japanese language.
Okay, so wait. So then it's not going to be like a vlog channel. It's going to be a Japanese teaching channel. Or is this another channel? I'm really getting confused here. Like, is it just me? The other channel that used to be Retro Games is going to be a vlogging channel like his current channel that will also have vlogging, but it'll also be a Japanese teaching channel.
So I'm going to make this channel to learn Japanese language from me. So if you are interested
Okay.
in, and there won't be any membership with this channel.
Okay.
I hope. At
You
this
hope?
moment. I can't promise in the future, however. So, and I'm going to teach you that.
Bro. Okay. Just a little bit of advice. Having membership on one channel is cool. Usually that is an extra option of, like, maybe one extra video a week, and it's very cheap. But thinking about making memberships on two separate channels, that doesn't make any sense, dude. You could make two membership videos a week on one channel to make it a better deal for those that are members, but to try and space people out between two channels and also make those both membership channels, it's not really making a lot of sense.
Japanese language. So I'm going to put the link to for you to be for you
Hey guys, can you keep it down?
to go there. So please please see the description box of this video, today's video.
Okay.
So let me tell you about my business.
AskJapan.org.
So the thing that I would like to do from now on. So currently my website has been under construction. So please wait until I have renewal my website. However, you can give your requests or questions through the link that I'm going to put in the description box of this video again.
Okay.
So, and my focus of this business is that I want to help you start something in Japan. So, if you are a businessman and if you are looking for some partners in Japan, I I will be your consultant. I will be your consultant, and I'm going to look for someone on behalf of you to start your own business. So I would like to become a bridge between Japan and other countries. So, and vice versa, I want to help Japanese I should say, businesses
Okay.
introduced to the world, or expand their business.
So wait, does he mean like he wants gaijin who come to Japan to start businesses, help their business that they start in Japan to be exposed to the world, or does he mean he wants indigenous businesses that are Japanese people who've only got their stores or whatever businesses, corporations, whatever in Japan to be more exposed to the world?
To the world. So over 20 years expertise has been the marketing and planning, marketing promotion. So
Okay.
if you are looking for the professional support and if you are Japanese businesses and that you want to make your business in global and with like a promotional and marketing plan, so please ask me. And all you have to do is just write your requests or questions into the link that I put on this description box. So when I'm ready for my website officially, I will inform you. But until then, I'm going to put the link to the simple application, simple the question the form the form, so you can put your requests or questions to me. So I'm sorry to say that it will take some time
Okay.
to respond to your all questions or all requests because I'm working alone. I don't have any, I don't have any helper. I don't have any assistance to support my business. So I'm working alone. So please be patient. I'm going to read through your requests and questions. So my last time I was trying the same way. However, I was so busy, and so I couldn't respond to all your questions or requests. But this time I will do my best. So, and it
Wait,
will be some.
what's gonna change? What's gonna change so that he's able to do more? I don't. How? It just sounds like he's more busy. Am I crazy? These are business thoughts that you keep to yourself, not post on YouTube. Aaron be Aaron be serving nothing but the brutal truth out here. Okay. I yeah, I don't know, man. This is all right. You know what? You need to collab with this guy. You know what? I'll leave him a message. You know what? I'll even contact him on that website and see if he wants to collab. I'll help him promote the business even.
Time, and it will be a little bit longer for me to
This is a
be able
panic
to
attack on a
answer
whiteboard.
and respond to your requests or questions. So please be patient. And I have to say this.
Okay. I gotta read some of these, all right? Uh, first of all, I'm reading that one again. These are business thoughts you keep to yourself, not post on YouTube. This is a panic attack on a whiteboard. In the most polite way, this seems manic. Hey, Scott. Hey, DBW114. Thank you for joining. You're being recorded, just a heads up, okay? We're doing this, and this is going live.
So I have to charge a small payment, a small fee So, and this is not a frontier thing. So, but the first request and first questions, of course, it's free. And after I read through your questions, I read through your request, I'm thinking about, how much I have to pay, how much I have to ask you, so the fee. So and then after the maybe the deal between me and you, so the job is going to be proceeding. So
Wait, is there?
this is my
But
first start.
wait, sorry,
So
I didn't mean
I'm
to shrink it down. So, is there going to be a proposal first before you start charging? I think maybe I think I would have gone to Chat GPT and had it write me an English dialogue before I put out a business proposal like this online. So, from what I've heard, he's lost his job. He still hasn't said that in here. We still don't know why. Why were you crying at the beginning of the video? Is there another video I need to watch? Has it already been made into a membership video? I don't know. Which so one of you said that like he's lost his job and that's why he's doing this. Um, I think we're watching a man have a mental breakdown in front of our eyes. I I feel like uh, okay. Let me break this down and think about if I were in the same situation, how would I approach this? I think the best way would be make your regular channel that is just what you started out doing. A 50-year-old man talks about his midlife crisis. I wouldn't make any of that membership, um, but I would maybe add a Patreon connected to that one. Okay, and then that's totally up to people if they want to help you pay for that channel or whatever. Then maybe if you have your second channel that's teaching people Japanese, um, maybe you could have your Japanese lessons on there and then make a membership for people who are like wanting to go to like N3 level or maybe N2. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say that, that's for like the JLPT test. It's pretty much a test you take to prove your proficiency in Japanese in Japan, made by Japanese people, so that like it's not some garbage from America that's like, oh, Japanese for dummies. I passed the whole test. Hey, look at me. I'm fluent. It's actually a test that corporations do look at and judge you on. So perhaps you would make it like a casual Japanese lesson channel. And then if people wanted to go beyond the barrier of that and actually learn like lessons that would get them into corporate Japan or whatever industry they want to get into, maybe make those a paid membership level for people to enter in that like really serious about it, because you are kind of teaching like daigaku level, college level Japanese at that point. Um, and then this separate business proposal idea where someone goes to Japan, starts a business in Japan, and then wants to spread their business idea outside of Japan internationally. Uh, that needs to be explained better. Um, and also, I don't know if he means like he's also doing this for Japanese companies, in which case, wouldn't it be kind of pointless to do this in English then? Now, of course, guys, correct me if I'm wrong in any of this. YouTube Japanese is really saturated. Yeah, it's really become a saturated niche. Teaching Japanese has become really saturated. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's like tons of free stuff all over. Like you can get the whole N3, N2, N1 like test read to you in Japanese by Japanese people for free all over YouTube. That's kind of one of the ways I study. Like I just listen to the questions and stuff and answer them. And why would I pay him with? So I mean, sorry, but like I mean, I could go to Preply too, Preply, right? My tutor is only like $7 on Preply, and that's like she's actually a certified Japanese teacher. Um, maybe he doesn't know what the market's like. And maybe that's why he doesn't like he'll change his business proposal later when he realizes, okay, this is a saturated market. He was crying because his wife kicked him in the balls right before the video. Thank you for that update. Okay. Oh, now that's why live comments make these videos so much more live. Um, big life change. I'm wondering how much the language barrier, like, I guess what cuts off his chances to be able to do that. I called it, yeah, I always used to call it Preply, but then I finally heard someone who teaches on there call it Preply. By the way, I'm not sponsored or anything by Preply, but I do use it. I've been using it for what, almost two, am I going on to almost 2 years now? And it's helped my Japanese a ton. Sorry, let me continue.
I can't say how it is going to be. So all I can say is just casually give me first questions regarding what would you like to know about Japan, or would you like to start something in Japan, or the simple question that you want to know. And it may be is and of course you can drop your comments into the comment box of this video or further videos. But I would prefer you having comments, not in the comment, because the comment box of the YouTube video tends to be very messy and confusing. So and it's not like the order, the very easy to access, to not the order that I can access and I can understand.
Have you ever had a have you ever dream have you ever had a dream where no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't make fun of that. Um okay, so here's a problem I would see with his suggestion of give him your business idea and he gives you a proposal on how he can help. Um so like having lived in Japan, 15 years, 17 years back and forth, let's say I want to open up a shop that serves the best American steaks, or maybe I get my steak from Australia, which would be far more efficient financially wise. Um, and I want to open it in Nippon Bashi. So, and as far as I know, he doesn't live in Osaka. So would he know like the market value of opening a restaurant there in Nippon Bashi with a place that serves steaks? Would he know like the demographics of who's going through there, the average wage earners and stuff like that? I mean, I suppose he could go Google it and find out, or even go ask Chat GPT. But so could I. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, tell you how good your idea is or how bad your idea is? Like, if I tried to open a ramen shop in Daikokucho in Osaka as a gaijin, that people would probably be like, "Wow, that's really stupid. Why would they go to a white guy's ramen shop in Daikokucho?" When there's actually people from China and Korea who have like way better shops out there with all different types of ramen that are native to their country and made indigenously from their country, and taught to them there, and they bring it over to Japan. Is he giving us that kind of insight? Like, or would he just be like, "Oh, that's a pretty good idea. Why don't you? You know what? I think that might be able to survive. But first, let me propose to you this idea. I'll help you make that survive if you pay me $50 a month to continue to consult on places that you can choose, real estate in your area that you should purchase, and how you should possibly market to the clientele that would be in that area." Is that what he's proposing to do all over Japan, everywhere? If I want to open a Bath and Body Works in Inaka and Fukuyama, is he going to be able to tell me like if that's something I could leverage? Like, what? I mean, how far do his skills reach? Like, what is the like proposal limits?
The right order. So maybe you can understand what I'm trying to
See
say.
you, Osaka.
So anyway, but either way, it's okay. I will do my best. So this is my business that I want to start, and I want to help you. And so that's all for my presentation today. So and from tomorrow, I will make some videos and I will upload uh, up, upload I will upload several videos. Some of you may not be interesting, and some of them may be disappointing you. So, but please patient. This is just me, and and this time I want to do this, this project myself, very casual way. Yeah, of course, it's the very contradiction that I want that I have said. So, but I don't want to make myself very big pressure to myself. So, please understand the situation. And again, I have to see my family first. So that's why uh, it's not always the thing. But I will do my best. So let's begin the next chapter of my Ask Japan.
Oh, I'm still confused. I'm so confused. What? I don't get it. Several videos. No, no, no. Osaka Shogun is in America. I believe so. Um, I hope it works out. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. First of all, I do wish him the best. I'm not like I'm rooting on this guy to fail. Um, I'm 46. I'm close to his same age. I have started a business in Japan and watched my business fail in Japan. I had it for 5 years. It was my own English school, and we started in 2020. No, 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 not 2020. Stupid Scott. We started in 2017. Was that about right? No, 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 2015. Yeah, 2015. It's 2025 now, Scott. Come on, man. Do the math. And we went for 5 years. Started out, weak because it was a brand new business. It was in Ikaiwa, if you don't know what that is, English conversation school for children, an after school Ikaiwa for children to just like learn like casual English and stuff. And I was barely making it at the beginning. I only had like 2 students. I got it all the way up to about 12. That's when I was doing my best. Like that was like the max cash I was earning. It was the most money I'd ever earned in Japan. And then we hit 2020, COVID. And of course, we had to shut down. We didn't have a choice. And we tried to rebuild after that, and it didn't work. And that's kind of why I ended up now traveling between America and Japan. Now, I'm very happy with how things turned out now, but I do have experience of opening a business in Japan, watching a business fail in Japan, understanding the market in my area and how it worked. I will also say, I think like a lot of the stuff people would try to start in Japan as far as gaijin are concerned would be a luxury type services. And when I say luxury, I don't mean like Dolce and Gabbana. I'm talking like taking English right now is more of a luxury in Japan. Japan's economy is pretty rough, and some of the first things that go or things that are not primary things for you to learn to be able to get into the great high schools, great colleges, and stuff like that. And that's not covered in Juku. So Juku is the cram school that kids would take after they finish regular school, and those cram classes help them teach the primary subjects, for example, Japanese, math, science, history, etc. The things that are going to be on the test that would be on an entrance exam for a middle school, high school, college, etc. Um, Most times English is not one of those primary things. It's like not super important for them to get into a college to be like a master at English or be fluent in English or anything like that. So usually they'll drop those right away. So if there's like a lot of gaijin coming over hoping to open luxuries type, such as, just simple things like an English school, maybe even like a craft that they can do that's very rare in Japan, which the Japanese absolutely love. Like they have a lot of passion for seeing Western style art and things like that. They're very supportive of it. They love it. They love to see it. They love to buy it. But it's also a luxury. And like I said, luxuries are going further and further and further down in Japan as the economy continues to tank. Anybody who's confused, the economy's been tanking in Japan now for like quite a while. Since about 2007, things have been getting worse and worse and worse. Japan, when I got to Japan in 2007, it was the second strongest economy in the world. It is now the fourth. Dropping down that low does not really show a lot of strength in the economy that you have. Now, look, I'm not here to just like dog on Japan or dog on ask a Japan guy. I'm here to just spit straight facts. Like just sorry, but we're getting down to the brass tacks, and I'm just telling you the brutal truth. Um, I Unless you were coming to Japan and offering a service that was IT based, an absolute need for a conversion at a Japanese corporation that hopes to stay up with the times, unless you were coming to Japan and proposing some kind of technology that they really struggled to use, unless you were coming to Japan and offering some sort of service that nearly 99% of Japanese could not offer themselves, I'm not sure I would say come to Japan and open a business right now. Number one, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the new prime minister and what she's all about, but she's not really pro Gaijin. I mean, she's not, there kicking out people who are there legally, people who are there on, whatever visa they're on. She is there mostly seeking to search out people who are there illegally, who have not updated their visa, who are doing overstay right now, or who are just, milking tax money or, the equivalent to EBT, food snap, government welfare. There are people who come to Japan and do that. Okay, I'd be lying if I said no. Everybody comes there is just a hard worker who wants to blend in and become Japanese. No, not true. But this is not really the environment right now to be searching out your dream business in Japan. I would not say do that right now. I'm not saying never do that. I'm not saying don't pursue your dream. If you have a dream to come to Japan and start some kind of business, don't give up on that. The economy does have a chance to like rise back up again. All economies have hills and valleys, but I just feel like now is not the time. And, take it or leave it. There'll be people who will argue against this and be like, you don't know what you're talking about. I read in the newspaper that Japan, blah, 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 blah. I had a whole guy give me a speech yesterday about how feminism has destroyed Japan, and that's why the country's not doing good, and that we Americans are going to mess it up by bringing too many Americans over to Japan and try to convert them to our feminist ways, which I was just like, what? I was like, I've been talking about the JASDAQ, which is the equivalent to the NASDAQ, and I've been talking about the GOP, the Bank of Japan. I've been talking about how the Diet over and over again has the Bank of Japan print out bonds and then instantly buy all the bonds out so no interest can ever occur within Japan. You can't have a savings account in Japan. Well, technically you can, but you're actually not going to be earning any interest or savings. There's no point. You're better off taking all your yen and putting it overseas into other countries whose banks actually have an interest rate. Yes, you can go out there and buy an Akia, a house for $0, and try to spruce it up and hope you fit into the community. Yes, you can move to Japan and buy a house that has, very, very, very low interest. I'm talking below 1% interest on the loan that the bank will give you, if they'll give you one. Remember, you are Gaijin. All right. And then you can pay it back over the next 40 to 50 years and even have your own kids inherit it so they can finish paying off the loan. It is true. It's very easy to buy real estate in Japan right now. But houses in Japan don't go up in value. They continue to lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And as the population of Japan continues to decrease, I mean, it is nonstop continuing to decrease. Look at the average age of the population of Japan and see where it's at right now. As populations go down, real estate prices go down. The value of real estate goes down. Everything suffers. So, I don't know, man. I'm wishing him the best, dude. He's a 51-year-old man with very young kids. I guess apparently he lost his job and he's trying to run his own business. I think if I were to give him any advice from a guy who has run his own business in Japan and who has done YouTube for 17 years now, I would say continue to do YouTube, but do it for the passion. Do it for the viewers. Do it for the community that you form. That has been by far the most rewarding experience ever with YouTube. If you want to start a membership, that's cool, but really keep in mind what you're giving the people for their membership. I keep mine at $1.90. I never go above that. You can pay higher if you want. That's totally up to you, but everybody gets to see the same thing at $1.90. And that gets you one extra video, which I need to catch up on. I've got a bunch of extra videos, but I don't try to let people, say like, oh, I've got the really good stuff on the members videos. Pretty much the members videos lets you see like a little bit deeper into my life. Like I talk about like way more personal stuff of like struggles of, maybe some of my saddest moments in Japan, some of my biggest struggles in Japan, mental health issues I dealt with in Japan, but nothing like too crazy. Like you're not gonna, discover all the secrets of Japan or, get the full docs on Unrested just because you paid for those videos. They're just going to give you kind of like a deeper look into my soul as a creator. And I create those out of passion too. Like I really enjoy talking about those. And honestly, they're kind of almost like psychology for me, like going to a psychology appointment. Like I get to really talk about some of the harshest times in my life. But there is no part of my mind that says, you know what, Scott, if everything else goes wrong in your life, if you lose your job tomorrow, you can live off the memberships you make on YouTube. That would be a crazy. I'd be living in a cardboard box. Again, he's not at a sub count where you could rely on YouTube as a way to fund your life, especially with kids and a wife. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's got a trad wife. She is the traditional Japanese housewife, which is fine. I've got nothing against that. But if you're the breadwinner, I really, really don't suggest YouTube as being the main thing that brings in the bread, man. On top of it, having then a second channel that may also have memberships. Am I wrong to say that sounds greedy? Are there other YouTubers who do that, who have like double membership? Like you can be a member on this channel and a member on this channel, but both of these channels do the same thing. Like, and if they don't, like, then he's made it very confusing. Like he said, this one's got, you pay for my membership, it's got casual talk, all right? My free videos, they got free talk. Very, very different, all right? Then if you pay for my other channel, it's going to have vlogs on it, just like my free channel has. But also it may have some Japanese. I'm going to teach you that. But then also it may go to membership. So maybe some of those lessons are going to be paid. But then also, which is kind of like an extension of what he's already doing on YouTube, you can ask in comments about starting your own business. That's fine. You can continue to do that. But if you would, please go off to this other website where you can propose your questions and you can hope, without any sourcing or, I guess, past business relationships or things that have really taken off that I can show you, but you can hope that I know enough about whatever kind of business, and I guess he's open to any business. I will be able to help you connect with people here in Japan who want to make your business, get big. And if you are Japanese living in Japan and you want to go international with your business, also come here to my channel where you can't understand my English because you're Japanese and you don't speak English, and I will also make your company go international. Am I wrong? Am I wrong on any of this? Have I perceived any of this incorrectly? I don't know, man. Look, I get it. I think like he's in a dark time in his life. And again, let me extend this to him now. I tell you what, I'm going to go on there right now. I am going to type my message, my proposal to him, and say, let me help you promote this video. Give me just a second. Ask Japan. Videos. It should be the newest one where he's crying. Here it is. Okay. And where's it at here? Hey, bud. Been watching you for a while. Been in Japan 17 years and run my own biz. Some of this sounds great. Some confusing. Shoot, I can't see. Hold on. Give me just a second. There, that's what I tried to do. Some of this confusing. I would love to have you on my channel to both promote your business and ask you more about what exactly you offer as a marketing and international okay, as a internal and international marketing service provider. Thanks. Comment. I'll also go to his work thing. Actually, what was it called again? What was the name of it? AskJapan.work. Okay, let's go. Well, that is not a good sign. Did I type that right? AskJapan.work? So what this means is he has it set up where IP addresses outside of Japan struggle to see this site. I've only run into this where they haven't set up so that there's more than one IP address that it'll accept. Can someone else help me explain this better? You've got to set up an English-based site, so you'd buy a site on an American server or a server in a Western country that serves most of the Western world. And then you also have a same version of your website in Japan on a Japanese server. So, for example, let me use my son's tutoring school for this to explain. The tutoring service helps teach him kanji overseas. But if I try to go to the Japanese one, how did I just flip my hair up like that? If I try to go to the Japanese site from here in America, it'll say the same thing. It'll be like, this is a suspicious site. Why are you trying to go here? But if I go to their American version where it's on American servers, it'll all show up in English, and I don't get that message from Spectrum that says, yo, what is this? What are you trying to do? So to better serve a customer overseas who's asking about starting a business in Japan, you would definitely need to have an overseas server-based site, and he hasn't done that. And that's kind of scary to think that this is one of the business plans he has to support his family. Yeah, he's geolocated for Japan. Thank you, King Cat. You simplified that super long explanation. Yeah, cheap local web host. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, I get it. But, for example, my old school, tlc.org, I never had an American website. There's no point. I'm not going to have any American customers. So I used a very cheap server in Japan to host the site on. I didn't get a crazy amount of visitors or anything like that. It was mostly just to support the fact that I was a real business and be like, oh, yeah, we've got our own website and everything. You can come check it out. But honestly, we mostly use the Facebook website, which honestly, why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he start a Facebook website for his Ask Japan business? Because that one run through the barrier of that. Now, he posted that a while back. That was 3 or 4 days ago, and he said it was going to be up soon, but he's still located on a local server. I don't know, man. I can't go to that site and even ask him a question on there to say, hey, let's help promote your website. Udatsu, you're in Japan, right? You send him a message. Tell him Unrested said hi. Can you tell him contact Unrested? Unrested wants to work with you. He wants to collab. I'll help him promote it, dude. I'm happy to do that. But I also feel like I would have a talk with him. Has he ever tried to promote things internationally? Because it would seem like if you had, step number one would be you already know that you've got to get an international server. Oh yeah, a VPN would work. Yeah, yeah, a VPN would totally work. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna pay for a VPN to go visit Ask Japan. Sorry. Good question though. That was a good question. All right. Yeah, it would work. Okay. Oh, but okay, Udatsu, I thought you were in Japan. If you're not, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't please don't purchase a VPN to go Ask Japan. Stop recording. You're welcome. Oh my god, you're the best, Aaron, dude. I would have totally forgot. Oh my god. All right, guys. I'm not signing off yet, but I am stopping recording here to have my full video to edit later. You guys rock. You're amazing. All right. We're still back online. Well, guys, I am going to call it a night, though. It's 11:18. I had a crazy night with my friend coming over, showing me how he got shot. I'm glad he's okay. I really worry about him. I'm going to have to look into trying to convince him to get a lawyer. Do you think, is this a crazy idea? Like, tell me if this is stupid. If this is stupid, just say, hey, Scott, you're dumb. I found the lawyer that is the best for this kind of situation. I read you the information about how he covers faulty, pistol device, defective devices. Okay. He's the best for this. Would it be crazy if I called that guy and said, hey, look, I've got a friend. He's convinced he doesn't need a lawyer, but he wants to pursue a lawsuit because he did have his gun misfire while holstered. And he has evidence of that, and there's actually recorded evidence of it. And he's got all the medical records, and he's got a customer he was on the phone with at the time when it happened. And there's 2 different stores that have video recordings of it happening while he's in his car. And he can't get those videos because they said they need someone of authority to come pick them up. Would you consider calling my friend and offering him a deal to take his course, his case? Do you think that's crazy? To have the dude call him, yeah. Oh well. We'll see how it all goes. I'll give you guys an update. I have Tuesday off, so I believe you will probably see me streaming again Monday night. How does that sound, guys? Good? My dad shot himself in the knee once. That happened in the 60s. I don't think it's a bad idea. Wait, so it's not a bad idea to shoot yourself in the knee? Is that what you're saying, Udatsu? Because that's how you followed up that sentence. I'm going to go shoot myself in the knee after we get off the stream here. Thank you, Udatsu, for that bit of encouragement. I wasn't sure. I was like, should I do it? Shouldn't I? Udatsu says it wasn't a bad idea. You can lead a horse to water. Yeah. He needs to be very careful. Not crazy to call him. He needs a lawyer that specializes in fire. That's what I'm saying. The guy who I found online, who's like right next to us, pretty much. That's the cases that he specializes in is defective firearm misfires. I know lawyer is a good idea. I'm just messing with you, Datsu. I'm glad you can laugh with me and you understand I'm just being stupid. All right. I'm sorry. I don't. He needs to be careful. All right. Guys, you're awesome. I missed you guys, dude. I took 1 week off from this and I really missed you guys. You guys are freaking awesome, dude. All right. I love you all. King Cat, thank you for joining, man. You had some hilarious input, dude. I loved your input on this. Oh, and here's the Discord, guys. I'll jump in a little while. I need to go take a shower. I need to get like a bunch of hydration. My mouth is really dry. And then I'm just going to lay down in bed and be super lazy and think about nothing and just enjoy hanging out with you guys. Have a great rest of your night. I love you all.